Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. And this is a either Saturday or Sunday surprise video. And what we're going to do today is we're going to double print on an envelope, as in we're going to print on both sides. And so the first thing you need is this brand, which I found works really well, and it's Easy Dots Repositional Tape. And so it comes out in little dots, you know, the glue, and then you can just rub it and it will come right off, and then you can flip it over, the envelope over, and print on the other side. And this paper looks really bad because it took me a couple tries to get it to work, and then I didn't remove the dots from the page. So this is what happened the very first try. I put it along the edge and I ended up with the border edge on the envelope. Not what I wanted. Okay, I printed on this side and it came out fine. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that you need to stick the envelope shut. So it needs to be an envelope that you're going to make a pocket out of, or an envelope that you are going to use in a journal this way as part of a like a little flip in the middle of the book. Now you can do this on window envelopes, but I didn't have any that I could seal shut. They had all already been opened and they were kind of wrinkled and whatever. But if yours has a window, it turns out beautiful. It's like printed on vellum. So if you ordered a box of the windowed envelopes, which is what I'm going to do, that way they'll be plain. There won't be any tears on the back. I'll be able to glue it shut. And then I'll have some with vellum looking windows printed on them. Okay, so I reused this page over and over again because it was just a sample, so that's why it looks so bad. But I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna start on a fresh piece of paper, and to avoid the border edge, mine will not print borderless, only on photos. So I have to worry about the edge on mine, even though the image does not have an edge. Okay, so you want to think about that with your printer. And then the first thing you want to do is move your paper out of the way, stick the envelope shut so you don't forget. It doesn't matter which side you start on, but you want to make sure to remember to stick it shut. Okay, so let's do this side. You're just going to put your dots all the way down. Make sure you get them on the edge. Okay, and then all the way down. And I found it works better if you do it on all four sides. Now, that just may be my printer. It may not be, you know, your printer, but I just found that it worked better if I did. Okay, then we're going to take the paper, we're going to stick it down right in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to put you on hold and I'm going to go over to my printer, and I'm going to print on both sides. That way I make sure to get the correct side. I tried printing mine. I thought I fed it in face up because that's what I normally do when I'm printing on a page that I want to print on the back side. But with this side up, but it didn't print on the right side. I have no idea why. So I just printed mine on double side, and then that way then I also, another side note, I used one that it doesn't matter which side is up or down. You know what I mean? It didn't have an image that would be up or down. Incorrect. However, if you're going to print 2 different pages, then that would be fine. You could do 2 different pictures and then use 2 different papers. Okay, so this turned out beautiful. Okay. All right. So let's go for it. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can't hardly even tell where the envelope is. So we're going to pull our envelope off. And you can see that it's been printed on and it looks beautiful. Okay, now this does have text, but it's illegible text, so it won't matter when I flip the envelope over, plus it's a collage. Okay, so now there is a little residue left on the paper, so you want to get that off. And this repositional tape, you just rub it off with your fingers and it will come right off. It kind of knots it up into little bitty balls, and then you can just take it off with your fingers. So there's not that much left on the paper, but there is a little bit, at least with this brand. So you want to make sure, in case your envelope doesn't line up exactly. And you'll be able to use this for borders and tags and whatever. Now, the lady whose tutorial that I watched did hers differently. She was able to put it in the corner, then she put it in the other corner, and then she ended up with only a small square, or I mean a small rectangle that hadn't been printed on. She used smaller envelopes, and like I said, she had borderless printing, so she was able to put it up here one time and down here on the other side, and just reprint the same page. So we're not doing that at all. I hope that information didn't confuse you. Here I am trying to pull the envelope off again. Now it won't hurt to put the tape on here, which is what we're going to do, because we're going to print the other side of the envelope. So we have to put that side up because it comes right off. So we're going to run the runner down. Oh, make sure you get the glue off of this side that you're going to print on. I took it off the paper and forgot about the envelope. Thought I was done. I'm working on a glass surface, so that runner of tape that I put on this side accidentally will be fine. I may take it off, start over, because I've already repositioned it several times. See, and there are dots on my glass here too. So that's what not to do. Don't forget to take your tape off your paper. Make sure there's no tape on your surface. So let's double check that there's no tape. That seems pretty sticky still. I'm going to just run this one down this side. And then run this across. Like I said, you may be able to get away with just doing the 2 sides. And then I have just put it back over the same spot in the center on mine. Oh, this is going to be a little bit off. Doesn't matter. It's this paper is going to have the blank area in the center either way. So you can still use this for collaging. You can still use it for borders and such, bookmarks. Okay, so I'm going to put you on hold and do the other side. Okay, so now we've done it again, and it prints right across, so it just double prints on this. If you line it up again, then you'll still have the paper. Now, the reason I did this way was to show you that. The second thing I wanted to show you is that you can pick two different papers and put a new page on, and then if you print double-sided like I did, then you will be able to actually, mine didn't print the same one on the same side. That's so bizarre. Let me just say, I'm not happy with my printer. But anyway, so this printed out on this side. And since it did print out one on one side and one on the other, this would still work for collaging. Like I said, if you have borderless printing, you can put them in the opposite corners, and then you will get not the whole white square. If you wanted to print on an envelope in a different picture and glue it down, or another piece of paper, you could put pockets here or whatever and still use the paper. Okay, so there's still lots of things you can do with the paper, even though it's white in the middle. And now let's take the stickies off of our envelope. Off they go. Put those in a little pile. I don't want them to be on the floor. My dog has a tendency to eat whatever's on the floor. I don't really want him to eat repositional glue. Then I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in just a second. You'll like it because it's fun. Okay, we've got that side, we got that side. We need to do this end. I'm going to do this side. Try not to, you know, let it move because it'll make a wrinkle in your envelope. So if you need to, put your hand right next to where you're going to I was inking earlier and I have ink all over my hands. Okay. Now, this pile of repositional glue that I have stuck on the thing, to clean it up, I'm just going to use my desktop vacuum. And it's so cute. And I got it on Amazon for less than $10. I'll put a link to it underneath the video if you're interested. They have different ones. Let me say that again. They have different ones. It doesn't have to be a ladybug. And they're on Amazon for under $10. And I'll put the link below the video. So part of that is probably saying it twice. But I wasn't sure where I started and where I left off. So our end result is an envelope printed a different picture on each side from the same kit. And you can use it on the page. You can cut this and make a pocket and clip it on with a paper clip. Make it a floating pocket because that way you take advantage of it being printed on both sides. You can fold it in half. You can use it for all kinds of things. Okay, you can still use it for a flip. All you got to do is score one side and it'll just be a little bit narrower. Okay, we'll go over that. You know what, let's just do that. We've got enough time. This video is pretty short. So if you just score it, it's like a paper at this point because it's sealed. So let's score it let's do it at this end because it's easier. Let's score it at 1/2 inch. Then I learned this in the Miss Paint-A-Lot class. If you want to point the or fold so that the raised up side of when you score it, you can't see it on this one, is on the inside. And that will make a better fold, and I believe it's easier. So the raised up side is on this side. So I'm going to fold it. Now it's going to be difficult because it's 2 layers. So I should have scored it a little bit more. I'm going to fold it over. And we're going to use our bone folder on it. And now we can glue it to something and make a flip out of it. Okay? Okay, so that's it for this video. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it's useful to you. And remember, if you do it on an envelope with a window on one side, it looks like you've printed on vellum. And even if you have, you can still use it as a pocket as well. All you have to do is trim along the edge. I forgot to mention that. Or trim along the top and put a long writing card in. If you don't mind the pattern on the inside of the envelope, you can use a business envelope. But if you don't want to see anything but the white when you take your card out, then you're going to want to use the ones you buy on Amazon or some other site that are white all over. Okay, so I'll look for those too and put the link below the video and the link for the tape as well. Okay, all right, well, I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye bye.